Okay, anyway, there's things written on the side of these, and they say stuff. They give two kind of ratings. I'll turn it around the other way anyway, but I'll just point out here, it's not very clear and you probably can't see it, but it says something like, gives you the voltage, and it's 450. So whatever part you use as a replacement has to handle 450 volts, so it's got 450V on it, and it's numbered. There's three different lots of information, and it's numbered 1, 2, 3. Sometimes they have symbols on them like triangles, but you can research more of the stuff on the net. Basically, so this replacement parts, if I couldn't get this whole piece, which is probably near impossible these days, I can buy 3 individual parts to replace this, but I have to wire it accordingly underneath. Underneath this, there'll be pins coming out. That the wires are connected to, and they'll be numbered underneath. You'll see 1, 2, and 3. So I know 1 underneath is the 450 volt, which has a rating. It says beside 450, it says 47 UF or something like that. And so I'll buy a part that's the same. And then number 2 is 47 UF, so that's got inside here are 2 47 UFs or whatever. And number 3 is a 450 volt. They're all 450 volts. And the other one is a 22 UF, so I'll get a 22 UF for in there. And so so if I can't buy this one part, I've got to buy three different parts. Okay. So what you want to do first is you want to go through and you want to see which ones are the electrolytic ones. And you can pretty much, I can't show you very clear, I'm sorry, but if you do some research, you'll get to know what ones are what. Okay, I'll just give you the basic information to get you started, and then you can research the rest. Okay, so there is a few here which I discovered. Some of them, they look like they could be, but they're actually not. They're more like these kind, and they just serve other purposes. Okay, so these ones will get replaced. They'll get replaced. There's another one there which is going to get replaced. So that's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 electrolytic ones on here, electrolytic capacitors on here, and then you've got these ones here, which both of these are identical. And then you've got these other ones here as well, which I think could be the ones for the power. I don't know 100%, but they're going to get replaced. And they've got like a rating on them as well. And these are just single ones. These are just 100 MFDs. These have to be 350 volts. So they have to be at least 350 volts to handle the power that's running through them. Okay, so I've got 4 of them which need replacing. And I've had a look. I've checked underneath to see if there's any extra ones underneath the amp, but there isn't. So I ain't really got to replace these. Okay. So that's pretty much it. And by replacing these, it's gonna make the power readily available. And I think it's the problem, and it's gonna give me my volume back, because I had quite a low volume. I just couldn't get the volume out of it. I tried basic stuff first, like I made sure the inputs weren't rusted. I made sure there was good connections there. The speaker wiring, I made sure that was all good. I had a look to see if there's anything really visible that was, that was disconnected or should have been connected, and looked for signs of like burning from melting parts, and it's a bit of dust and stuff, but it's pretty good. It's actually in good condition. So anyhow, so it's ready to rock, and yeah, I'll show you the parts which I managed to order. So basically, what I did, I made a big list, of all the bits I need, and I looked on the internet and I ordered the parts that are gonna replace what needs replacing. So yeah, there you go. I'll show you the parts I got. Oh, and I'm going to replace these dials as well with something a bit moderner, and also because the paint's kind of come off and you can't see where they line up that easily. So I've got some other ones which I'm going to put on as well. I'll show you them. I'll get them out and I'll show you them now.